So just like everybody else, I've seen clips from the Fresh and Fit podcast. And while I don't personally agree with a lot of the stuff that they do, um, I watch, you know what I'm saying, just like everybody else. Just here recently, DJ Academic had got some clips from some things that they had said about Brittany Renner. So he went about bringing Brittany Renner on his show. Can't think of the name of his show right now. And then he brought the Fresh and Fit podcast cats on to have them talk to each other. They had an opportunity to stand up and be great, man, and they chose to back out. So let's dig into that. These dudes is lame, period.
If I got it, you know. Like,
I think the difference between this era and the era that we grew up
I
in.
definitely think it's noise. That's a whole other conversation, man. Shout out to my boy Jax.
I just want to talk. October 2nd. Meet me there or beat me there. It's your boy.
Yo, what's to it, people? It's your boy DA, Mr. I Just Want to Talk. What's to it, people, and welcome to another studio edition of, well, technically, we not in studio, man, but I'm here on location. Welcome to another on location edition of I Just Want to Talk. So I got this video, man, of the Off the Record podcast by DJ Academic, man. And it has, in this video, it has Brittany Renner, the mother of PJ Washington's baby mama, whatever the case may be. Then it's got the two cats, Fresh and Fit from the Fresh and Fit podcast. DJ Academic put them together because I guess he got a sound bite of them pretty much calling her a gold digger. And, you know, what do DJ Academic do better than stir up shit? So shout out to him. Shout out to Brittany Renner. Shout out to the dudes from the Fresh Fit podcast. So he put them together in a room, man, to get to the bottom of the conversation. Because apparently at one point they reached out to her to do their podcast. You know, she rejected them, whatever the case may be. But on the Off the Record podcast, DJ Academic got them together. Pretty much, man, he put it out there on the table. The Fresh and Fit dudes had an opportunity to call her a gold digging whore to her face. They backpedaled, and this is what happened. Check this clip out.
I mean, well, sure, she could tell. She was saying that we're wrong, I guess, about that.
Well,
so you tell us a little bit about yourself. Then.
No, I think you know more about me than I do myself. So you're saying
no.
Obviously you do though, because you said that you warn guys about girls like me. So tell me about girls like me.
Just
Humor
women
me.
in general. Like, I mean,
Well, no, don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here
This was an off-camera conversation.
that you did say that
That's true.
you warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls. That's the key.
I'm not special.
Like,
So-
you're like other women that are
So
like.
what makes you special then?
So right there, DJ Academic is asking him about what he had said on his podcast, which pretty much was Brittany Renner was a gold digging whore. She found PJ. PJ was a basketball player coming out of Kentucky. They was rocking with each other, whatever the case may be. She got knocked up, got pregnant, you know what I mean, and stepped out. Said, you know what, this ain't what I want no more. I'm out the way. Pretty much basically saying, you just had a kid, you about to make $36 million over the next 18 years, and all you had to do was lay on your back. This is what he's saying on his podcast. When he's presented with it in front of her, then he does the thing that most dudes do in this situation, and he backpedaled. This is why I don't rock with this dude, Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines? What is the other dude name? Something Weeks. Marlon Weeks, I think it is. But this is why I don't rock with Marlon and Marvin, because when they're on their podcast, like they get out on chicks when chicks buck and they going back and forth and the debate is getting heated or whatever the case may be, they're, oh, shut the fuck up, get out, and put them out the podcast. But now because who she is and they're not on their platform, you know what I mean? The first thing he do was moonwalk, you know, which I think he had an opportunity to say it right there in her face. I think if he calls her a gold digging whore, I don't have a hat on, crazy. I think if he called her a gold digging whore right there in her face, it turns their podcast into super heat. They fly to the next level. That's crazy. I just realized that in the middle of that whole conversation. I think it helps them out tremendously. So when DJ Academic turned it over to him, you know, he, like I said, the first thing he do is backpedal, and then she like, well, no, don't explain to me what type of woman I am. Tell me. Boom. He had the opportunity Didn't say anything to me. That was super lame, real lame on his part, but whatever. Not getting down on him about it because it is what it is. He a sucker. He really was the lame dude in high school that got looked over by a lot of females and then got to a point in life where he got some money and then females started checking for him. Not to say that all women are like that, but come on, man. Every man know that that's the case. You know what I'm saying? If you don't look the part, attraction is what? 70% of this thing on both ends? Let's call a spade a spade. But then she go to point him out, you know what I'm saying? Call him out, like, tell me what type of female I am. He backpedaled. So then later on in the conversation, you know, she talks about how, you know, when she met PJ, they talked about having a family and having multiple kids and how she wanted him to be faithful to her, to commit to her, to just be with her and only her. So then what Myron then does is now he's starting to get comfortable in the conversation. He shoot the shot like, hey, come on, man. You knew you was getting with an NBA player. You knew he was traveling the world, you know, going all over the country. Every night it was going to be tens of hundreds of girls, you know, trying to get in his bed. Come on, what's the word? She goes on to then say, well, yeah, had he been upfront about it, telling the truth. Another thing that most dudes don't do in this situation. If you want to be with multiple women, tell them. If not, make sure you handling what you're supposed to handle or whatever the case may be. Stop trying to send girls to Russia to have twins. Shout out to my boy Carmelo or whatever. That aside, you know, she like, well, man, if he had gave me that opportunity and let me decide if that's something I wanted to be a part of, then it wouldn't have been the case. My thing with her saying that is this. I did a little research. Boom. She started messing with PJ back when he was at Kentucky, you know, the University of Kentucky. He was a Wildcat playing on a basketball team, of course. For those who don't know PJ Washington, he is an NBA basketball player, played for the Charlotte Hornets. Whatever the case may be, he was who he is now on the court. And now that he's in the NBA, you know, the bag come along with it. He got the crib. Sheila mentioned to that. He tell her, you got the house, you got the money, you know, you got my heart, you got all of this. Like, what more do you want from me? You know, she knew back then that this was happening. You know, she goes on to say how he was a liar, a cheater. He been doing this, he been doing that. This is why I can't agree with what she's saying. Because if you was rocking with him in 2019, he was doing that in 2019. He was doing it in 2020. You got pregnant in 2021 and saw your out. You know, I don't got to deal with this. Maybe she do want a man to commit to her and only her, whatever the case may be. And that's cool. That's 100% fine. But if you ask me, Brittany Renner, you are a gold digger. I'm not going to call you a whore. You are a gold digger because you waited till you got pregnant to have a baby. My issue with Fresh and Fit is this. Y'all sit up and get down on people, and then when you had the opportunity to sit in her face and tell her what you thought of her, you had the audacity to backpedal. I mean, I can't give you player points for what you do on your platform because then when you get on the Off the Record platform, you backpedal. Now, I will say this. Later on in the podcast, as they began to get comfortable, they started to let a little bit more of themselves come out. So I definitely would charge y'all to go look at that. I'm going to put their podcast down in the descriptions below. Man, if you like what you seen, what you heard, and you want more of this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share, do all of that good stuff, man. Keep sending me these videos. I greatly appreciate it. I'm definitely going to take my time out to give the people what they want. And at some point, I'm going to get back in studio, man, because, man, I'm just feeling a little bit out of sorts in this. It's your boy, DA. I Just Want to Talk. Y'all be cool. Peace.